Welcome to this week's edition of Hot Shot Sports. My name is Aaron Gallo. We got Sam Brink beside me and Luke Reimer. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. We got Bucks, NBA playoffs predictions, MLB/the Brewers, NFL draft predictions, 3 tiers, jeers and cheers, and hot seat, cool throne, rants, and who we think the next star is next on Hot Shot Sports. So how you guys doing? Good?
Good weekend.
You guys watch the Bucks game last night?
Yeah,
Did.
Let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. Bucks played outstanding, swept the Pistons 4-0. It's everything we want to believe in, everything we want to see. Giannis averaged 26, 12, and 3 in just 28 minutes. And one thing that was crazy about that last game last night was no players ever scored 41 in less than 32 minutes, and he did it in 28. So
It's incredible.
it's
Yeah.
outstanding. What did you guys think about the series as a whole?
I mean, Giannis at some points kind of scary. I know game 3 he looked a little off. The beginning of this game 4 he looked a little off, but you know he caught his pace. He got there. Like you said, he scored the 41 points. I think they look great. I think they're the favorites out of the East.
Yeah, they were down by halftime and then went on a 42-10 run. You know, they're plus 32 in the last 10 minutes of the game. I mean, not many teams are stopping that.
Yeah.
But the thing that worries me about Giannis is he shot 50% from the free throw line this series.
Yeah.
And I mean, you need to make your free throws to beat teams like Boston, Toronto, Golden State.
I agree. One thing about the Bucks, though, is I think we are worlds different from last year in terms of coaching.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason Kidd was our coach for most of the year. He got fired, obviously, and then we had Joe Prunty, who was like basically throwing a ham cheese sandwich out on the
Right,
court
yeah.
and telling it to coach some talents out of this world. But it's always amazing to me how we can come out looking sluggish or whatever, and then by halftime, the end of halftime, we come out on a run like 42-10. So
Right.
that's more encouraging. Talking about Giannis and then talking about more of the role players around him, how important are the role players on this Bucks team and in the series to come?
Well, I think, especially when we get Brogdon back. I mean,
Yeah, that's going to be huge.
just a glue guy, great guy to have on the team. You know, he plays offense, plays defense. But players like Brook Lopez was huge for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Splash Mountain.
We needed a guy who could defend the rim and who could shoot the three. And there's one guy in the league who can do both exceptionally, and that's Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
And then I think the biggest pickup for us was Nikola Mirotic. I mean, he didn't play much in this series, but I think once we get Giannis going to where we know his MVP level, having Mirotic out there to spread the floor is just going to be close to unstoppable.
Yeah, I think 2 other new signings. You have Ersan Ilyasova.
Yep, coming back, solid
Yeah,
Bucks.
taking every single charge out there. He's just a stud at that.
Right.
I don't understand where he got it from, where he's practicing that,
Yeah,
but
right.
he's so good at that.
6'10" guy taking charges.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got Pat Connaughton, who I'll talk about a little bit later, but he is playing out of his mind. Playoff Pat. He is.
Jumps out of
Yeah,
the gym.
Connaughton actually averaged 9.7 boards and a block and a half off
Yeah.
the bench, which was outstanding. George Hill poured in 9 too. I mean,
Yeah.
for flipping him for basically nothing, picking him up
Exactly.
that was amazing. And
Especially
then,
him being good with Brogdon, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brogdon
Yeah.
and Sterling too.
Yeah.
Sterling has
Sterling
a lot
Brown
of
is balling
potential.
out,
I'm
yeah.
excited to see what he can do. I mean, I know we got in the future we got to get rid of either. Well, not get rid of, but hopefully if one of them takes
Re-sign her, yeah.
re-sign them. We got between Brook, Middleton, and Brogdon. Like
Yeah,
that's gonna be
right.
some tough decisions. But I
Right.
think Sterling Brown is a good, formidable player that could maybe step up in one of those roles. But
Yeah.
how do you guys feel about this next series versus Boston, real quick? Makes me nervous, but I think
Yeah.
Giannis is next level unstoppable, and Coach Bud is also a big
Yeah,
different
well,
factor.
They're such a good playoff team, the Celtics, so that's always kind of concerning. You know, they have the history. Them and the Lakers.
Kyrie's
are
been there, too.
Yeah, Kyrie's been there. We didn't play Kyrie last year, and they still beat us. You know, we're a different team, obviously, but it's scary because Al Horford is a good defender against Giannis. He's one of the very few in the league who can defend Giannis. So
And that Ojale guy,
Ojale.
Yeah.
he played pretty well against Giannis.
He
but
did,
I think our
actually.
schemes are entirely different.
are.
I think with our length and Kyrie Irving, I mean, they played better without him last year. But
Yeah.
I might go on the limb and say I guarantee we sweep the Boston Celtics.
You're saying sweep?
Sweep
Hey,
them.
that's a hot take.
that is a hot
I
take.
don't-
Hot take.
Who's stopping Giannis? Jaylen Brown.
Maybe
Yeah.
Al Horford. Al
Giannis is
Horford
next
did well.
level this year.
Yeah.
It's insane. That double clutch pump against Andre
Yeah.
Drummond, like that is MJ level. Like
I'd say,
that is.
I'd say Bucks in 6. That's my prediction.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna say Bucks in 6 too. I think they're gonna steal a couple
Sweet.
games.
That's
but
sweet. That's
but I
ambitious.
definitely think we're winning all the games at home, undoubtedly.
Yeah,
and maybe
I think so,
stealing
too.
a game from them.
Yeah,
But I could
sure.
easily see it going 2-2.
I already have my broom out.
You already got the broom out?
Yeah,
All right,
right.
so we hit on the Bucks and Celtics series a little bit. Let's talk about the rest of the league. We got, in the West, we got the Warriors and Clippers. Warriors are up 3-1.
Yeah.
Nuggets and Spurs are 2-2. Thunder Blazers. Portland's up 3-1. And in the East, we got the Nets and 76ers. 76ers are leading 3-1. And then Raptors vs. Magic, and the Toronto is leading 3-1. I really loved the first game of the Magic versus the Raptors when DJ
Yeah.
Augustine balled out and had that game winner out.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I thought we were
big.
going somewhere with the Nets also beating the 76ers.
Yeah.
So, who do you guys see winning each series between the Warriors, Clippers,
Yeah.
down the list?
So I got Warriors against Warriors Clippers. Sadly, don't want to see it,
Yeah, it's
but
always gonna
it's
happen,
gonna
yeah.
happen. Spurs Nuggets. I have Nuggets.
Yeah.
I think Jokic, but I think that one's gonna go to 7 games. That's gonna be one of the bigger ones. And then Rockets Jazz.
Yep.
It's gonna be Rockets. James Harden is playing a lot better than he was, and that's saying something. I mean, I know Game 3 it was. He went like 4 for 24
Yeah.
in total threes, but that's not gonna be every night. That's an off game for him.
Thunder Blazers?
Thunder Blazers. I think Blazers are going to take
Yeah,
it.
I hope so.
Yeah,
if
Russell
they give
Westbrook's
it up,
not going to
yeah.
like that. But and then on the East we have obviously the last 2 games. It's going
Bucks
to
and
be.
Celtics, man. Yeah.
But yeah, we got Bucks and Celtics already, and then I think Raptors and
Sixers.
it's going to be the Sixers. As mad as I don't want to say that, but
Yeah, so I'm with you guys on the Warriors. I'm taking the Spurs.
Okay.
Popovich is tough to beat in the playoffs.
No, I'm with you there too.
yeah,
Especially,
yeah. I got the Blazers, and then Utah Jazz will beat the Houston Rockets.
You calling it now?
No team has ever came back from 0-3. Now's the time. I think the teams are like 0-134.
Yeah.
That record's meant to be broken.
I think there's only been 1 or 2 teams in all of professional
three-
sports. Yeah,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
3 major sports that have ever done it. I think the Red Sox
Right.
and I think a hockey team did it.
Yeah.
probably.
But
yeah,
with
that's tough.
if we can get Donovan Mitchell playing like he played last game, if we get more help from Jay Crowder like he played last
Yeah.
game, and my boy Jiggling Joe Ingles to
Yeah.
keep locking down those guards,
I mean,
I think it can happen.
No, it could happen.
Yeah, Ricky
I mean, but
Rubio
it'd be
played
tough.
out of his
Oh
skin
my God,
too.
yeah.
I have not seen Ricky Rubio play like that since 2012.
Yeah.
He is.
So who you got in
killing
the
it.
East then?
So then I got I'm with you guys: Bucks, Raptors, Sixers, Celtics.
Who you guys? All right,
I think that'll be the best Eastern Conference since like 1986 or whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
there's
be
a
very.
lot.
These are
yeah,
4 very
lit,
good
very lit.
teams.
Yeah.
Who do you got in the East Conference Finals and then Finals? I'll go first. I got Bucks winning versus Celtics. Then I got Toronto beating 76ers. Then I got Bucks beating the Raptors. And then basically we all know who's going to come out the West. It's the Warriors. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that. The Warriors are winning from the West.
I'm completely with you there. I'm with the Bucks. I'm riding with them, but it's scary. Like the Raptors are good.
They are
Kawhi's
good.
playing out of his mind.
He can get a bucket at any time.
Yeah, they're a scary team.
I'd rather play the Raptors than the Sixers, though.
Really.
I think Sixers cause more matchup problems for us.
Yeah,
don't know.
I see that point, but I think that Embiid is almost like he can't play. Like he gets so out of breath. I feel like if he plays,
Yeah.
he cannot keep up with Giannis. Maybe if he was
Yeah.
healthy for a whole season and was in good shape, but
don't
he's
know.
too big. Like he's
Yeah.
always. I feel like they always are pulling him in crucial moments. But
Yeah, the way the Sixers space the court, I think we can get threes up on them. I think I'd rather play them. They're less athletic overall. They're bigger, but I think we can hit the 3 ball on them every other time. So
and the personalities too.
yeah, exactly. We can get to their heads a little bit.
Yeah.
I think.
Did you guys see the Bucks beat the Pistons 8 times this year?
Yeah.
Eight times?
Went 8-0 against the Pistons this year.
That is
Yeah,
embarrassing.
and
I'm
then-
sorry, Detroit fans.
This playoff series was
Yeah.
100 points total difference, so
yeah. All right.
it's not good for them.
That was good. That was some good NBA talk. I got the Bucks winning the finals. I called it in November.
Yeah, you did.
But we'll see what happens. So moving on from basketball, but staying in our home state, what are you guys' first takes on the Brewers and Christian Yelich specifically in God mode?
So Christian Yelich last week hit 8 home runs in 7 games. Like what?
Yeah,
How's-
That's
all at home too.
You can't
Yeah.
even do that in video games.
No,
I mean it's incredible what this
I
guy's
probably
doing.
could, but
Yeah, I probably
rookie
could too, but-
mode, you got to
yeah.
do the lowest difficulty there.
But I mean, I think like before the last 2 games, I read a stat that said he's averaging an RBI a hit.
that's crazy.
How is that? Like, it's not possible.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that he's juicing. I'm afraid that it's just gonna come out one day. It's just like how Braun, like we're like, oh, Braun.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm afraid, but I'm praying that he's not, because this is otherworldly. This is Ted Williams type stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's all in the teeth.
Yeah,
He's
he's-
got those perfect teeth.
Right.
He's ciphering it for
Giving
power.
fans puppies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. He's just a genuine guy.
He's
yeah.
hitting 337 right now, 13 home runs, 31 RBIs. Grandal's actually playing pretty well, I think, too. He's hitting 333 with 6 home runs and 11 RBIs, which is just crazy to think about. Yelich has 20 more RBIs than a player who's relatively playing good right
Yeah.
now. The pitching staff has been terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. We have a team ERA of 5.37. So do you guys think I think we need to sign either Dallas Keuchel or trade for ace pitcher. Do you guys agree? Or?
Madison Bumgarner.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, dude.
It-
Bumgarner would blend
Yeah.
so well with the Milwaukee culture.
Yeah, they need a pitcher no matter what. I mean, their pitchers are hitting relatively well, but like, if you can't end a game,
Right.
we're losing too many now. We
Yeah,
need some pitchers.
speaking of pitching, I mean, my guy Josh Hader, who I
Yeah.
predicted to be the Cy Young, I mean, he hung a slider on Sunday for
Bellinger.
Bellinger to hit a
Yeah.
home run and sucked, but I mean, his ERA went up from 0 to 3 in 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna talk about Hader a little bit
All
later.
right.
But we'll get into it.
Yeah.
But Aguilar, how about he's been a no-show? I kind of felt like that was gonna happen.
It might be time to start thinking about Eric Thames
Yeah,
again.
because
Yeah.
they put Thames in the lineup in that game, and we were down 5-0, started off and got 2 runs, and then Thames came in, hit the 3-run home run.
Off of Kenley Jansen.
Yep,
yeah.
off Kenley Jansen, who was a great pitcher, and then of course Hader gave up that home run, back-to-back games, losing us games, and we'll get into that later. So, what do you guys think about the rest of the Central? I mean, we're 13-11 right now. We're 3rd in the standings because we have more wins than Cubs and Cardinals, but we have
Yeah.
more losses, so we're 3rd. But who do you guys still have the Brewers coming out, or
You'd like to hope so.
I mean, I
but-
think so.
Yeah.
we need to make a trade for a pitcher? in
Yeah,
my-
we
in
need
my-
something. They're-
because we cannot sustain
no,
if we don't.
The way they've been playing these last 4-5 games is not up to standard.
It's tough to rely on just home run hitting.
Yeah,
You need
exactly.
some defense there too.
Yeah, and Corbin Burns too. He had to get sent down. That was kind
Yeah.
of disappointing.
Maybe it'll help him out a little bit though.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, let's get done with all this depressing Brewers talk, all this pitchers talk. But let's move on to the NFL. We got the draft on Thursday. I'm pretty excited. I'm hyped. We've heard talks about Kyler might not be going number 1. I think
Yeah.
it might be a smokescreen. That's what a lot of people are
Yeah.
saying. But what do you guys think is going to happen? Who do you guys got rounding out the top 5?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be Kyler Murray number 1.
Okay.
Everyone's saying, that they're like sold on him, but until Josh Rosen is traded or there's an offer like made public, I think it's a smokescreen. I'm with you there.
Yeah. I don't know why they. I don't know why they wouldn't. I think he's an out. Like, he's gonna be like otherworldly player. I'm
think?
I'm on the Kyler Murray train. I know he's small, but I think
don't
he's got
know.
Mike Vick level running
Yeah?
ability. Like I
You think?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a.
He's a stud. He's an athlete
Yeah.
for sure, like dual athlete. But I think he should have went to the MLB. I don't know if
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
how
if the NFL is for him.
They offered him 14 mil
Yeah.
to play for the Athletics, and he turned that down.
I
but-
know. It's
What do you got, Luke?
surprising.
Yeah, who you got, Luke? Number 1.
So there's a couple good players in this draft. I think Bosa, Nick Bosa,
Yeah.
Quentin Williams, and I think Ed Oliver, and then DK Metcalf. Guy's a brick wall. I mean, throw the ball downfield, he's catching it. I mean, you got these
He's like 6'4", 230,
100
like
Yeah.
3% body fat.
5'9", 180-pound corners on him, and I mean, I just don't see anyone stopping him. But I'm kind of hoping he slides down to 12 for the Packers. I know it wouldn't be a very popular pick,
Yeah.
but I mean, Aaron Rodgers and a 6'4", 230-pound receiver with 3% body fat. Game over, rest of the league.
No, honestly.
yeah,
the
I don't know.
The Packers have let's go on the Packers. Then the Packers
Sure.
have 2 first-round picks. They addressed their biggest glaring holes, I think, in the offseason through
Edge rushers.
Adrian Amos, Darius
Yeah.
Smith, and Preston Smith. A lot of debates have been going around these picks on who we should take. Who do you guys think they're taking at 12 and 30, and does it align with who you guys want them to take?
I want them at 12. If Ed Oliver slips, that's huge. Take him because we need a little bit of insurance at D-line. I know Kenny Clark is on his contract year.
Daniels, too, I think.
Yeah,
might be
Daniels is
coming
on a
close to it.
contract year too. So if we can get him, I think he's amazing. He's one of the best players in this draft. If not, I think T.J. Hawkinson, tight end
Yeah.
from Iowa. He's just one of the highest rated tight ends since Eric Ebron, I think, and he's starting to finally grow into his skin.
He's grit.
He's
grit.
good, yeah. Like, this guy knows how to block. He knows how to catch. Great player. How about you, Luke?
Well, like I said before, I hope DK Metcalf
Yeah.
slides to 12. But I think I mentioned it last time we were all on together, a situation where the Packers should trade their first second-round pick and their 30 pick to move up to like 16. I think it's Carolina's pick because they said that they are thinking of moving back, and hopefully a linebacker falls to us, a middle
That's
linebacker,
true. Like
maybe
Devin White or Devin
Devin
Bush.
Either
Bush
one
or
of them,
Devin
yeah.
White, yeah, either one.
I think that'd
okay
be
with.
best case scenario for the Packers.
Yeah.
I agree. I got I want us to take either a tight end. I wouldn't mind us honestly taking a offensive tackle. Like if Jawan Taylor falls to us or something, like it's never a bad thing. I feel like we always have line problems.
Yeah.
And to get a stud right at a top pick. I mean, what do you guys think about
Those perfect pets.
those perfect pets? Let's get right into the break. Let's take a look at those adorable perfect pets, and we'll come back. We'll keep talking.
Hi there. My name is Spike. I like to hang out with my friends and play with my toys. Come adopt me.
Time to go outside. Hi there, my name is Donnie. I'm a real happy guy. I love to play. Oh, there goes the ball. See ya.
Hello, my name's Oliver. Well, some might say I'm lazy, but I love to cuddle. Blip, cheerio.
To find out more about adoption, contact La Crescent Animal Rescue at 507-895-2066.
All right, we are now moving into our segment of tears, jeers, and cheers. I'm just going to start it off here.
Yeah.
My tier is for Sean Marks, the Nets GM. He was suspended for one game after Game 4 and fined $50K for breaking in to the referees only locker room. It's pretty sad. I mean, come on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
take your L. Take your L and move on.
Hold your L.
Hold your L, yeah.
Like, how dumb do you have to be?
Yeah, so who do you guys got? What's your tier?
My tier is also Brooklyn Nets, but it's, their team as a whole, because I am not a Sixers fan whatsoever. And, when Jared Dudley said Ben Simmons is bad in the half court, that's true.
Yes.
Like, Ben Simmons is not good in the half court. He's not like James Harden. He can't just pull up and shoot. He's not a shooter. The only thing he can do is drive, and you put two bodies on him, he can't drive. So that's my tier because I want the Nets to win that series.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a sad moment.
So for my tier, I wrote it before last night's Utah-Houston game, and I wrote my tier as the Utah Jazz, being down 3-0. Houston looked unstoppable at the time.
Yeah.
But I think they can turn it around now. I mean, you guys know what I said before, they're going to come back and win 7. But they were so good last year against Oklahoma City in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat Oklahoma City in 6, and to come out and kind of lay an egg in the first 3 games against Houston really hurt me as a Jazz fan.
I think
Yeah.
Korver's going to step up.
I hope so.
Make some big,
I hope
make some
so.
big
Yeah.
plays. All right, let's move on to jeers. My jeer is for the Milwaukee Brewers pitching staff. It's been absolutely abysmal. I've been talking about they have a team ERA of 5.37. Specifically, Josh Hader giving up home runs in back-to-back games, losing us games. I came home this weekend hoping to have a nice family weekend. My dad and my brother are big Brewers fans. I'm kind of a big Brewers fan, but not as big as them. And it just ruins their day when that stuff happens. So it was not as fun as I was hoping it would be to watch the Brewers, but it sucks. We need to trade for somebody.
Yeah.
So that's my jeer.
I
What do
definitely
you
agree.
got?
My jeer is actually the Golden State Warriors versus the Clippers, Game 2. Lou Williams with 36 points.
6 man like Lou Will.
6 man. He's the highest scorer off the bench for the Clippers in all of their history. And, they helped come back against the Warriors in a 31-point deficit, which is unheard of, especially against the Warriors.
See that picture of him eating nachos? too,
Yeah,
after the game?
yeah.
Just chilling.
They were, they took it to him. I don't know. That was incredible. I haven't seen a team play that well against the Warriors in a long time.
Pat Bev getting in their head too.
Yeah, he must be. He must be.
So my jeer is the Tampa Bay Rays / Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson is the shortstop for the Chicago White Sox, who recently hit a home run, let him and everyone in the stadium know he hit a home run by doing the best bat flip I've ever seen in my life, to which the Rays retaliated next time he was up to bat by hitting him with a pitch. I can kind of understand it from the Rays side, but next time just don't give up the home run.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm all here for bat flips. I mean,
Right.
what a problem that baseball could be fun.
Yeah.
Right.
What a problem, you know?
As long as it's a good bat flip.
Yeah, I
he
mean, like,
took it and just
Pristine
launched it
one,
into
yeah.
the dugout.
He's
I
got
do-
every right.
I do like the confrontation though. I like the.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want
Yeah.
anybody to get hurt.
But
Don't
it's
aim for the
cool.
head, but yeah,
Yeah.
I like the fights in
Yeah,
baseball.
it's like when they
cool,
fight
yeah.
in hockey. Like,
Yeah,
you kind
yeah.
of want it.
Like
you know?
Ovi, you see
Yeah.
Ovi knock that one 19-year-old
Yeah,
out? Yeah, you don't
he
mess with Ovi.
destroyed
Welcome to the
him.
league.
Yeah, 33
exactly.
versus 19-year-old. It's
I
gonna
mean-
it's gonna end bad every time.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to cheers. My cheer is Rob Gronkowski denting the Lombardi Trophy,
Yeah, I
trophy
saw
going
that.
full Gronk. I mean, on the Patriots' visit to Fenway Stadium, they threw a pitch and Gronk bunted with the Lombardi Trophy. I mean, I loved it. A lot of people said it was disrespectful.
Yeah.
I found no disrespect in it. That's Gronk. Let him Gronk.
Yeah.
That's just how he is.
Good thing you didn't bat flip that.
Yeah,
right.
that's a good call. I could have seen him doing that. I could have seen him
could too.
spiking it too. And be like,
Yeah.
oh, is this a ball?
If anyone's gonna do it, it's
Yeah.
Gronk. He has so much CTE.
I love
going on.
Gronk. I love Gronk. I'm ready for him to come back. I definitely think he's going to come
I
back
think he
too.
might,
I think
yeah.
he just want to sit up. He didn't want to do training camps again, and then he's going to get a call week 3, and you really think
Yeah.
Belichick is going to be like, no.
He's-
Like, yeah, Brady's going to be like,
Yeah.
yo, we need Gronk back.
Yeah.
And
He'd
it's going to
help
happen.
them. He'd help them for sure. My cheer, Pat Connaughton. Like I said before, playoff Pat. Last 10 games, he has a 40% three-point percentage, 10
Flexing in
points.
that picture.
Yeah, right. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Absolute spark plug for the Bucks. Playing so efficiently. His plus-minus rating is like plus 20 these last 10 games. He's just amazing. He's playing so well.
One of the highest verts in the league, too.
Yeah, he is an athlete. He could have played in the MLB. He's one of those guys. So,
crazy.
Yeah, go Pat Connaughton.
Go back on it. So my cheer, I think it was Game 2, is of the Bucks Pistons series. We saw a lot of the Brewers players there, and a lot of the Packers players there, and one Packer player in particular was put on the big screen.
Yeah.
Our left tackle David Bakhtiari was put on the big screen
Goat.
with his
Yeah.
his girlfriend, I believe, and he proceeded to slam a whole can of Spotted Cow. And if that's not the most Wisconsin picture I've ever seen in my life, I don't know what is.
He's doing it right.
This
He's
is
doing it
Right.
right.
Wisconsin, yeah.
That picture just makes me smile.
Yeah, did you
Yeah.
see Aaron Rodgers' response
Yeah.
to it? He was laughing, he
Yeah.
was cheering him on.
Yeah, they showed
Good teammate.
Bakhtiari doing that, and then they showed Rodgers like right after that, and Rodgers still even got more of an ovation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I think that,
Everyone loves Aaron Rodgers.
yeah, I think the Packers are going off this year, but I think Rodgers got that chip on his shoulder, you know, from
Yeah.
all that slander on him. All right, so
Definitely.
let's move on to Hot Seat, Cool Throne. It's a little new segment we like to do. Who's on the hot seat and who's got that throne? Just cool. They're not worried at all. All right, so my hot seat is Russell Westbrook. He was doing all that talk after Game 3. He was talking all that trash to Dame Lillard, and Dame just keeps quiet. He just subtly disses you, you know, going off. So he sat there and he scored in Game 4. He scored a sad 1 point in the second half
Yeah.
on like 0 of 7 from field goals. I think he hit 1 free throw. So I just gotta say, sit down, be humble, Russ.
That's fair. That's fair. My hot seat, and this is before the second half of last night's Bucks game, is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay.
He, in Game 3, did not look like the same Giannis that we'd been seeing. He, in Game 3, had 14 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. This is super scary for the Celtics, like I said before, with Horford guarding him. He's one of the few that can guard him. I was just hoping it was an off night, and then the first half of last night's game scared me even more because he was playing just like that, but he got it together and not
Dominated.
as scared anymore.
Yeah, in a
so.
quick time.
Yeah, exactly.
My hot seat here is a pair of 2 players, and I'll categorize them as number 1 picks for the upcoming NFL and NBA drafts. Reports have come out that Arizona might not take Kyler Murray, so he's on the hot seat, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I also read another report that the Phoenix Suns would rather take John Morant over Zion Williamson. That might be the stupidest thing in draft history.
Yeah.
Zion Williamson is probably already a top 50 player in the league.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
And to put him next
I don't know
to
about easily, but yeah.
to put him next to the sharpshooting Devin Booker, that would be incredible. I think Phoenix is in the playoffs next year if they have Zion Williamson more than they have John Morant.
Yeah.
All right, real
definitely.
quick, Cool Thrones. I got mock drafts. There's never a better time to do mock drafts right now than my
Sure.
Cool Throne. I love them coming in by the
Okay.
hour. You go.
My cool throne is Kawhi Leonard. He's been staying just as great as he always has been. 2 out of his last 3 games, he has over 35 points. Raptors look scary. I think they're the team to beat other than the Bucks in the East.
My cool throw in real quick, the hockey second wildcard teams. Both took down the number 1 teams, with the Avalanche beating the Flames and the Blue Jackets beating the Lightning.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. All right, let's get into those WMCM promos and see what other cool shows we got going on here.
The University of Wisconsin La Crosse brings you a weekly student newscast. Important news. Movie critiques.
weather forecasts, sports highlights, and local interviews. UWL's own WMCM, run by the students, for the students. Every Thursday at 4:30 on Campus Channel 200 and Charter Channel 989.
Are you a movie fanatic? Tune in on WMCM TV's Screening Room, Tuesdays at 2:45 or 4:30. You can watch on Channel 200 and Charter 989. See you on Tuesdays for Screening Room.
Quick or whatever, and then I'll go.
We're back on WMCM's Hot Shot Sports. We're going to get into the rant section. So I got a big rant here. My rant is, I hate how Kareem is just a Buck now. Like, for all these years, he's been a Laker. He left the Bucks. I mean, I understand he got us our first championship, but now he just shows up. I even saw him on TV, and he said they were talking about Giannis, and he called him Giannis. Like, at least know our star player's name.
Top 5
Kareem.
player in the league.
Like, I was at a game earlier, and I saw Kareem, and actually a lot of people booed him when he stood up. I mean, I didn't boo. I gave him a look. I gave him a golf clap. I wasn't going full clap, you know, because he left us. He wanted to leave after 7 years, but I just hate how now he shows up. He's a Lakers fan always, but now he's a Bucks fan when the Lakers suck. So,
Yeah.
what do you got?
My rant is for a basketball player I don't like very much, Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is the biggest baby in the NBA. He constantly looks to refs for calls when he gets D'd up. There's a picture of him laying on the ground looking to the ref with Damian Lillard standing over him. And I don't know if another picture resembles Russell Westbrook in the NBA. I mean, he's a great player. Averaging triple-double 3 years in a row is great. A lot of people say stat pads. I think he's stat pads, but I think it can be for the better sometimes. But he needs Kevin Durant. And he has ran Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo, Serge Ibaka, James Harden out of Oklahoma City, and Reggie Jackson out of Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And they're not winning anything. They can't even get out of the first round.
No. You know what?
It's surprising.
Yeah, it's just, it's abysmal. It's sad. I always use that word on this. But all right, let's go to our next segment, which a little different than we've done in the past. I want you guys to give me a young player who you think is going to be the next star in this league. I have D'Angelo Russell for obvious reasons. He's been balling out this year, 24-7 after being doubted, and Magic not even believing in him, saying he wasn't a team guy. So who do you guys got as the next star of this league?
Yeah, I have Luka Doncic.
That's a good call.
I mean, that's a fair call. I mean, he's averaging 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. LeBron's rookie season, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals.
That's wild.
They're parallel.
That's wild.
And my hot take for that, I think Doncic is going to be a future MVP. I think
MVP.
he's that quality of a player.
He won't win Rookie of the Year, though. Trae Young will.
You think?
You think?
I don't know about that.
So my next star is Donovan Mitchell. Absolutely love the man. He didn't play well. Played a big didn't do well in the first 3 games of the series. Came back, game 4, 34 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Game 5, 31 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. He is the only star on his team, other than, Rudy Gobert, but he's no offensive star.
Defensive star.
Yeah.
Did you hear Korver talking about him too?
Yeah, he just said how he never seen a leader that young
nothing
before.
but high praise for him.
Yeah. So he has won a dunk contest already, and he will be an MVP in this league, multiple-time MVP in the league.
Really?
When Utah is able to get another star on their team to help Donovan Mitchell out.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that, but I think he's a great player. I think he reminds me a lot of a young D Wade. I mean,
A little bit, yeah.
like if D Wade was in a small market, I feel like that, and like had a Shaq almost, or if Donovan Mitchell had a Shaq almost.
Yeah.
Like, I think their games kind of remind me a lot of similar. I mean, except that Donovan can shoot. But
Yeah.
A little bit better, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Utah Jazz have to worry about keeping him on the team. I think that's their biggest concern because
The Utah Jazz need to go out and get Damian Lillard.
yeah, that would be big.
Damian's not leaving. One more star I think is gonna. Let's go back to Packers because we could have talked to them all day.
Yeah, right.
I think Jair Alexander is gonna be
Yeah.
a stud, and I think he's gonna be
I
an
think so,
All-Pro
too.
corner. I mean, I hated how we passed on Derwin James. I wanted us to pick
I
Derwin
wanted
last year,
Derwin
and,
James,
and
too,
he was an
yeah.
All-Pro. But
Saying
I'm
that, I'm not mad that you
yeah,
got
I'm not
Jair,
mad we got
yeah.
Jair because
No.
he's a stud, and we got robbed in that one game against the Vikings when he had that pick, and that
Yeah.
Clay Matthews call, and he picked it. So he would have had 2 picks. He had 1 pick
Exactly.
last year, but
He was
he
just
almost led the
coverage
team in
and-
tackles
yeah.
last year too.
He
Like
played so well.
he gets down and dirty
yeah.
in the trenches, and he picks off too. So
Hopefully, another young star in that back in the secondary, Kevin King, if he can stay healthy.
Yeah,
he has all the
yeah.
tools to be an All-Pro corner. I mean, he's similar build to Richard Sherman. You know, he has speed similar to Patrick Peterson.
got a lot of one-handed interceptions
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
In college, kind of
Just
dope.
need him to stay healthy.
Yeah, gotta stay healthy.
Gotta stay healthy. All right, guys, that's it for this week's edition of Hot Shot Sports. Again, my name is Aaron Gallo,
Sam Brink.
Luke Reimer.
and we'll catch you guys later.